Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your December the 21st, just for today, in a meditation. The title of the meditation for today is Acceptance and Change. Acceptance and Change. Freedom to change seems to come after acceptance of ourselves. That comes from the basic text, page 58. Fear and denial are the opposites of acceptance. None of us are perfect, even in our own eyes. All of us have certain traits that, given the chance, we would like to change. We sometimes become overwhelmed when contemplating how far short we fall of our ideals. So overwhelmed that we fear there's no chance of becoming the people we'd like to be. That's when our defense mechanisms of denial kicks in, taking us to the opposite extreme. Nothing about ourselves needs changing, we tell ourselves. So why worry? Neither extreme gives us the freedom to change. Whether we are longtime NA members or new to recovery, the freedom to change is acquired by working the 12 steps. When we admit our powerlessness and the unmanageability of our lives, we counteract the lie that says we don't have to change. In coming to believe that a power greater than we are can help us, we lose our fear that we are damaged beyond repair. We come to believe we can change. We turn ourselves over to the care of the God of our understanding and tap the strength we need to make a thorough, honest examination of ourselves. We admit to God, to ourselves, and to another human being what we found. We accept the good and the bad in our lives. With this acceptance, we become free to change. Just for today, I want to change. By working the steps, I will counter fear and denial and find the acceptance needed to change. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. I do like this meditation talking about acceptance and change. In fact, I love any meditation that uses the steps in such a simple way that anyone can catch on to it. So in these brief 2 paragraphs, they've taken us through step 5. And I think it's amazing because a lot of times when we talk about the fact that we need to change one thing and that's everything, or we talk about having the courage to change, sometimes it comes across as being so simple that anyone should be able to do it. But in actuality, it's simple in words only. It is a process. And we have to remember that in order to help us get through the process, we've been given the 12 steps. The 12 steps and the spiritual principles in them help us to develop the ability to change, to develop the ability to know the difference. It's very helpful to have the steps right in front of us in a manner. This is a 5-star meditation, is what I'm saying. It's very helpful to have the steps written in a manner right in front of us that we understand what it is we are supposed to be getting from that particular step. And when we have the steps and we're using the steps to manage our lives, right? There's some power that comes. The power that comes is the power to change. We're no longer being dictated by fear and denial anymore. We're willing to actually take a look at ourselves and do the work that needs to be done. Freedom to change seems to come after acceptance of ourselves. And actually, what shows me that I have a lack of acceptance of myself is when I'm rooted in fear and denial. It's almost like using a drug, but instead of using the drug, I'm using an emotion or a behavior, fear and denial, to replace the ability to create this illusion of my reality. So when I decide to dig into the steps and let them help me become better, I'm expressing to the world that I believe that I am worth the effort, and I am going to take the first chance on myself. And it's amazing when I start to change, everything around me begins to change. The way people interact with me begins to change. The doors that open and some of the doors that close become apparent to me. Today, I would encourage you to start mulling over the steps in your head. Step 1, how do I know I've taken my step 1? Step 2, how do I know that I came to believe that I could be restored to sanity? It's simple to me. I can answer it simply, but I don't need to answer it for me. I need for you to answer it for you and figure out where you're at and enjoy the benefits. If you want to change, you can do it by working the steps. You will be able to counteract fear and denial, and you will be able to find the acceptance that you need of yourself so that you can do the change. You will find an answer to the serenity prayer. That much I know. Have a beautiful day on purpose. I'll talk to you tomorrow.